Yo, what up, Street Gods? Eric Kim BTS in the house. Forgot to use my wax this morning / gel, and it's gonna stream some turbo thoughts for y'all. So, cannot find my slippers. Yo, check out my new gangsta slippers. Gangsta. Right. So, this is like some notions of the squat hold. So, I've never seen nobody attempt this at the gym, and it's kind of an interesting innovation or concept. Essentially, you just toss on the like heaviest weight you could imagine. So yesterday I just did a new amount, the 6 plates. When I say plate, it's a 45-pound plate in the States. Abroad, it's often 20 kilos or 25 kilograms, like I had in my old gym at Monkey Fit in Cambodia, in Phnom Penh. And so essentially the way it works is you just put the maximum weight there, and then just get under it. I unrack it a little bit, and I just hold for a few seconds, and I just put it down. Now, it's kind of an interesting lift or exercise because, okay, so people was like, oh, it's cheating or it doesn't do nothing, right? But on the contrary, man, I'm like, last night just did that, playing with Sen, and then eat some meat and like knock the F out at like 8:15, 8:30ish. I like slept through the night super deeply until now. And like even waking up today, like I could feel it in my thighs. I feel it like in my whole body. Even I could feel it in my wings, my lower wings. And it's kind of interesting because like one of my thoughts is, you know, the squat should just be essentially seen as like a weight bearing exercise. Like I think of Milo Croton, right? It's like he carried a calf / oxen on his shoulders until it became an adult, and then apparently he slew it and ate it all in one go. So goes the story. But anyways, being able to carry a bull on your shoulders, even if you're not like squatting down, right? Walking, it's like my legs wobbling. Like Google or go on YouTube, search Eric Kim squat walk, and even like if you have a heavy, unrack it and just walk back or walk forward a few steps, like my legs already started to tremble because the weight was so heavy. And even the crazy thing is when you're doing the squat unracking, when it's a heavy weight, it's actually quite requires a lot of strength in your shoulders, your back, like to even be able to unrack the weight and balance it is quite the effort. And some, I guess, benefits. Okay, so let us assume you're not like competing in some sort of whatever, right? And I think a lot of people in the gym, they do it because they're more bodybuilding, that they're trying to make their bodies or their muscles bigger. And so I've been just doing the squat hold or squat walk, not squatting all the way down. And I'm like getting monster gains in my thigh. Like my thighs are so massive that when I'm like standing, they kind of like are like together. It's kind of like rubbing together. It's like the thunder thighs. My thighs are starting to rub together. I'm like, man, Hercules would be proud of my thighs. Yeah, and all my legs are like getting insanely buff. So from a bodybuilding perspective, it makes sense. From a powerlifting perspective, like I'm still curious, like why is it that we are trained to squat all the way down or whatever? And actually the funny thing is, even after doing the heavy squat walk and the unrack re-racks, just like my lower weights, like 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates, definitely way easier to go like ass to grass or even halfway. So this is my theory, is that like let's assume, right, you could unrack, squat, walk, squat, hold, 9 plates, right, 10 plates. Certainly your legs are still going to get stronger, not weaker. right? And people say, oh yeah, but isn't this bad for your back or knees? My knees feel stronger than ever, and also my back feels stronger than ever. I feel like my back and my spine is like becoming like adamantine. And you think about like even the women in India who have the heavy things on their heads and they're walking. They're like walking and their spine is so strong, right? Like even Nassim Taleb has a thing with bones, right? Bones and spines. And actually the thing that people never talk about is like, everyone's always talking about like, muscle building and build up your muscles and stuff, right? But no one ever talks about bone strengthening. And actually the good thing about lifting weights is it strengthens your bones. And apparently one of the theories about aging, right? Senescence, which is like as you get older your body decays. This is an interesting thought, right? It's not as you get older your bones weaken, it's when your bones weaken you age, which means if you adopt a lifestyle in which your bones become weaker, your body will also physiologically age, right? So like assuming you're sitting on a desk all day, but if you're doing like weight bearing exercises, I don't know, yoga, handstands, whatever, and your bones remain strong, you're not really going to age or as quickly, right? Because sooner or later we're all going to die, right? Not me. I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna live forever. Other day I was thinking, it's like, what's the difference between being immoral and immortal? I think that's the thing a lot of people get confused, right? So I think we all have a hard cap at life. Let's assume that it's like around 120 years. I think the longest living woman was 122, and the longest living man was like 118 or something. Like, I mean, like even Nietzsche was interesting. It's like, how long should a philosopher live? He was like, I think he said either 60 years or 70 years is like enough. It's like, okay, if you made it to live to 70 and you've devoted your life to thinking and coming up with ideas, like you've lived a good life. So even when I hear people who are like above their 80s and their 90s passing, I'm like I mean it's always sad to lose a parent, but I'm like, dude, they done lived a good life. It's no regrets, right? But also, like, truth be told, better to be Alexander the Great and perish at I think Alexander the Great died when he was 30, 32, 34, than to live a long ass boring ass life, right? So that's I mean, the ideal is to live a very long life and an epic life, but a lot of people do foolish things. I'm just like, even with rappers, right? Rappers, like, it's actually so tragic that like so many of them die so young, and why it's like getting involved with the wrong people's, over reliance on drugs, like, and this is where I respect like Kendrick Lamar. I don't really think he drinks alcohol nor smokes weed. His biggest vice is he eats like Captain Crunch cereal. It's like, he's like, I let my soul talk, you let the meds talk. Yeah, right. So any sort of artist or musician or something that requires all these drogas to create, it's not good. Like even Hunter Thompson, or one of those American writers, like all he does all day was like smoke cigarettes and do methamphetamines and alcohol and weird stuff. Like, I don't think we should actually trust the artwork or the writings of any alcoholic writers or those high on drugs, because essentially their artwork is just a combination of just degeneracy and decay. I think it's much better to consume the artwork of people with, strong, robust health, right? But alas, strong, healthy people are not as fascinating as morbid, morose people, and therefore we continue to be fascinated by the strange and the morose. So anyways, the squat hold, I would just say just give it a go at the gym. I think it's going to strengthen your spine. It's going to uplift your mood. You're going to sleep super good. Like, I slept so good last night. I'm just like, more people should do this, right? And yeah, just like always think carte blanche when it comes to the gym exercises. And I recommend go to the gym every day. It's your Zen temple.